Hey gang, Tony here with another video on a Sunday, which if you've been watching my channel for a long time, there's only a couple kinds of videos I make on Sundays normally. One of them is my new weekly movie roundup, which is uploading as we speak. The other one, time to get excited, yard sale find video. What? What? Yes, I actually got some stuff at the yard sales this week, even though it was still a late week. You know, I was doing conducting finals for finals week for my students, so I still wasn't able to get out to the yard sales like early, but I got some stuff. So hey man, not too bad, right? Alright, so on Friday morning I was looking at Craigslist and I noticed that there was a yard sale that said they had a Genesis and a Super Nintendo and an Atari and things and games and whatnot. And I saw that it started the day before on Thursday. I was like, no! And I was like, man, there's no way that stuff's going to be there. And then my brother said that there was a moving sale near him, and it seemed like the same area, so I thought it was the same yard sale, so I went. And it turned out not being the same yard sale. I asked about the games, and they said that was not them. So I was like, alright, no big deal. So I did see some stuff there though, and that's where I got most of the stuff was from that one yard sale. They had a laser disc, 2 laser disc players, and a huge box of laser discs. Now, as knowing how I am, I was tempted to buy a laser disc player and all the laser discs that interested me. But knowing how I am, if I did that, I knew I would then be obsessed with collecting that stuff. And I didn't want to do that. I have too much crap. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. I really need to like start selling off some of this stuff. It's getting ridiculous. But there was one particular laser disc that I could not leave behind. It's not like worth money or anything. I just got it because it's kind of a cool display item, and I might end up selling it at the VHS trading convention that I'm going to be at in a few weeks. But I got Ghostbusters laser disc. You know, these things aren't, as far as I know, I don't think they're like highly collectible. I mean, maybe they are. I have no idea. I don't know anything about laser discs. But I saw that and I was like, they only wanted $1. I was like, man, it's $1. So I snagged that because, I mean, come on, right? It's huge, and you could just like display that. And next up, they had a couple of Halloween items. Again, it was like, I don't need the clutter, but I might be bringing a bunch of stuff besides my own sculptures and magnets that I'm going to sell at the VHS convention, assuming I could make them in time for it, which God knows, who knows if I'm going to actually be able to do this, I don't know. But I figured, you know, I could bring a bunch of like this random stuff that I have around to sell. So I picked up a couple of, this I just had to buy because I've never seen anything like it, and it's ridiculous. I figure it's like an Arizona kind of thing, like a desert, Midwest kind of thing. But it's a cactus jack-o'-lantern, light up. You know, you plug it in, it lights up. I've never seen anything like that. Cactus jack-o'-lantern. Part of me was like, blasphemy! What are they doing? But the other part of me was like, oh wow, I've never seen that, I want it. That was $1. I mean, had it been any more, I probably would have passed on it, but for $1, gotta give it a shot, right? So have that. Again, I'm not really sure if I'm just going to keep that or bring it to the convention to try to sell. And then last from that particular sale was Halloween lantern. Halloween lantern, electronic sound, and light up flash. It's in the box. It's not like real old or anything. It's probably from, let's see if there's a date on here. I would estimate like maybe 2000s. You know, it's not super old. It's not collectible or anything. But I have a hard time passing up stuff like this. It doesn't have any batteries in it, otherwise I would do it for you guys. But see, it's you know, just a plastic little thing. But again, maybe I'll just bring it and try to flip it over at the sale, or more likely I'll just add it to my Halloween collection of stuff. That was $2. I tried to talk her down to $1, I asked if she would take $2 for both of those things rather than three. But, you know, she started telling me how it's real nice and blah, 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 and I was like, it's just $1. So I just took it for the $2. So that was $4 worth of stuff there. That was the first sale. That was all I did on Friday. Then on Saturday, I had work, and I left around 8:30 to drive down to the school. And of course, there's a huge sale being set up on the road that I'm driving on. And I was just like, no, and I pulled over. I was like, I don't have time for this. I need to go conduct a final. But I had to stop. I had to. And I kind of like run over. And people are still setting up. It's not officially started yet, but I ran over and I spotted some Wii games and accessories. And I took a look through them. There was one game that I was tempted to get. It was Super Smash Brothers Melee or something like that. And I know that the Smash Brother games tend to be highly sought after. But she had $15 on it, and I don't collect Wii games personally. So if I bought it, the only reason I would have been buying it would have been to flip it. And I had the feeling like if some of the other games had $5 on them and things. So I felt like she must have looked it up if she had put specifically $15 on that game. I didn't look it up. I didn't go try to figure this out because, frankly, I don't care that much. But I passed on it. There was a part of me that was saying, you know, oh, those games might be worth more. But I'm not really in the mood to get into like the whole reseller thing right now. I'm really just looking for stuff for me at the moment. So passed on all the Wii stuff. Someone else had some PlayStation, PS3 accessories and Wii accessories and bags and things, but no one had. I asked around. No one seemed to have any vintage, you know, like NES, Super Nintendo era stuff. I didn't have a lot of time. I 2-3 minutes sprinted around the place and I took off. I had to go to work, so that was kind of a disappointment. But you know, at least I got to look a little bit. So then, after work, I go meet up with my brother and we go shopping and stuff. And it's late at this point, but on the way to the store, we saw a sale sign, so we followed it and got to this one yard sale. This girl was walking out of the sale, like it was around the back of a house. So she's coming around and she was looking very intensely at her cell phone, and she's kind of slowly walking. And I don't know what, something in me was saying, there are video games in there, and she's looking up the prices of them. She got, kind of right where I was, stopped, and then turned around and walked really fast back to the yard sale. I was like, fuck, there's something in there. She just found something. So Mike and I go in, and lo and behold, amazingly enough, there was a table full of video game stuff, and she was there, and she was on the phone with her boyfriend, asking him, you know, if she should buy a certain thing. She's like, there's this. What do you think? What about this? Do you want that? I was like, fuck me, man. It turns out that this was the sale that had the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, the Atari, and all the games and everything. And it also turns out that that particular sale didn't start on Thursday. That's just when the listing started. And it was Saturday only, which is the day that we were there. It was late in the day, but the table was pretty much full still. I'm going to cut to video now because this is what the video is that I took. So the girl who was on the phone actually didn't end up buying anything. She left. The boyfriend didn't want any of the stuff. There was, so you've probably seen the video now, there was a Genesis with the hookups and 2 games that were in pretty bad condition for $30. And then there was a huge Atari lot with an Atari system that I've never actually seen in person, a big one. And she wanted $75 for all the Atari stuff. A lot of games and everything. Now, the problem for me is that I had about $5 or $6 in my pocket, first of all. So that's not a good start. And Secondly, I don't collect Atari, and I'm not really that interested in Atari. I don't know if $75 was a good deal, a bad deal, or like right on price, but I passed on it, I didn't want it. And the Genesis, I kind of know, like the systems go for about 20, and the games, you know, they vary in price, but without the boxes and in bad condition, unless it's a really, really rare game, it's probably like $5 or whatever. I don't know what, I wasn't familiar with those two games. They were in bad condition. I passed on everything. I didn't have the money, and I didn't really like the prices that much. Like, honestly, at this point, the prices have to be really low for me to jump on anything. Now, she said that there were, she did have a Super Nintendo, but it was only the console, no games, and I already have a Super Nintendo. And based on the prices that she had on everything else, my assumption is that it's probably priced close to what it's worth. So I wasn't really that disappointed that the Super Nintendo was already gone. Someone had purchased that before I got there. So that sale, even though there was a bunch of video game stuff, was pretty much a bust for me. But I did walk away with one thing, and that is the Spirited Away VHS big box. So I got that for $1. I love the movie. Has some of the stuff in there, and I partly got it because I really liked the movie, and I thought maybe I would just keep it, and I partly obviously got it because of the whole VHS convention thing. So what I do with that is yet to be seen, but that's everything. That is my first official yard sale video of the year. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I'll have more stuff in the coming weeks now that my school year is over. Well, sort of. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I have one more video coming up, so stick around. Bye.